Alright guys, so we're going to be reviewing the next question here. This is a continuation of the previous video. So we're going to solve both of these inequalities for y. So we subtract 5x on both sides, and I get negative 2y is less than or equal to negative 5x plus 6. And then we divide both sides by negative 2, which means we flip the inequality, and we get a positive 5/2 x minus 3. When I go to solve the other inequality, we subtract 2x on both sides, so we get 3y is greater than negative 2x plus 15. And now I'm going to divide both sides by 3. We divide both sides by 3, and we get y is greater than negative 2/3 x plus 5. And now I go to graph it. So my starting point on the first one is negative 3, up 5 over 2. Up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2. Up. Now we'll go this way, down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, left 2. And that's going to be a solid line. So let's make that a solid line. We'll make our arrows through here, arrows through here. Now the next one is going to be starting at plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now it's down 2, or up 2, left 3. Up 2, left 3. Or we can go down 2, right 3, down 2, right 3, down 2, right 3. And that's going to be a dotted line because it's just a greater than sign. And I got to put the arrows on both sides, so let me, and now we're going to shade. Okay, so I plug my 0, 0 in. Oops. Okay, so we plug our 0, 0 in. And it gives me 5 times 0 minus 2 times 0 is less than or equal to 6. Well, that leaves me with 0 is less than or equal to 6, which is true. 0 is less than or equal to 6. So now I'm going to shade toward the 0, 0. So this right here goes this way. Okay, now the second one, we'll plug the 0, 0 in. We get 2 times 0 plus 3 times 0 is greater than 15. And 0 is greater than 15, that's false. So in this one, we shade away from 0, 0. We shade this way, away from 0, 0. And essentially, my answer is right here, in this region right here. Alright, so now we're going to move on to linear programming. So we're given our objective function, we're given our constraints, and we need to find the points that create the feasible region. So the first thing I need to do is graph these 4 lines. So x is greater than 0 and y is greater than 0 means we're dealing with the first quadrant. X greater than 0 means to the right, y is greater than 0 means up, so we can consider the entire first quadrant shaded in. Now I need to solve these two for y so I can graph the lines. So y is less than or equal to, which means a solid line, 2y is less than or equal to negative 2x plus 10. And then y is less than or equal to negative x plus 5. Then for x plus 2y, it's going to be 2y is less than or equal to, it's a negative x plus 6. And then we're going to divide both sides by 2. And we're left with y is less than or equal to negative 1/2 x plus 3. And now we're going to graph those lines. So when I graph negative x plus 5, I start at 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and negative 1. This is what my line looks like. It should look something like that. The second one, we're at 3, and I'm at down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2. And then we can go the other way, up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2. There. Now when I draw this line, and this is going to be my region. Okay, I've got to stay in the first quadrant, but 0, 0 makes these top two true, so I shade toward the 0, 0. Essentially, my region is right here. And there's 4 points that create that region. The 4 points are 0, 0, 0, 3, 4, 1, and 5, 0. And now I plug each of these points into my maximum value of objective function. 3 times 0 plus 4 times 0 equals 0. 3 times 3 plus 4 times 0, or I'm sorry, 3 times 0 plus 4 times 3 equals 12. Make sure you put your x and y in the right spots. Then we have 3 times 4 plus 4 times 1, which equals 16. And then finally, 3 times 5 plus 4 times 0, which equals 15. So the correct answer here is going to be 16. A little check there, and that means 0.41 would maximize your objective function. Now, the word problem, we got to put everything together. First thing we need to do is make my objective function, which means what's going to be most profitable. P of x, okay, or P of profit is going to be 2 times banana bread plus 2 times pumpkin bread. So 2b plus 2p is going to give me my profit. Now, I need to come up with my constraints. So if you go back to this one, constraints, obviously my x has to be greater than or equal to 0, and my y has to be greater than or equal to 0, because I can't have less than 0 cups of flour and I can't have less than 0 eggs. So these two are going to be obviously greater than 0. Now I need to come up with my equations. I need 2 cups of flour for banana bread, 3 cups of flour. Okay, now we're making continuing with the constraints. 2 cups of flour, 2 eggs for banana bread, 3 cups of flour, and 1 egg for pumpkin bread. So in terms of flour, it's going to be 2x and in terms of pumpkin bread, we're talking about 3y, and that can't be bigger than 12. There's only 12 cups of flour. For the eggs, it's 2 eggs for the banana bread, and it's 1 egg for the pumpkin bread. And that can't be bigger than 8. So once again, because our constraints have x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0, we're just dealing with quadrant 1. Now I solve both of these for y. So when I solve this for y, I'm going to get 3y less than or equal to less than or equal to negative 2x plus 12. And then when I divide 3 on both sides, I get a slope of negative 2/3. So it's negative 2/3 for my slope plus 4. My second equation of my lines, we're going to just get y is less than or equal to it's going to be a negative 2x plus 8. And now we're going to graph both of these lines. So 1, 2, 3, whoa. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened there. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we get negative 2/3. Down 2, right 3. Down 2, right 3. And that should be enough for my line. For here, put that line in. Up 2, left 3. Up 2, left 3. Up 2, left 3. So if we start it there, that's what our line should look like about. So now this one, start at 8. So I'm going down 2, right 1. 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 Down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. We can get rid of that little dot there. Make sure that showed up. Okay, and now we can do our line. Okay. And now here's the region we're dealing with. And it's created by 4 points. The 4 points are 0, 0, 0, 4, 3, 2, and 4, 0. And now we check each of them in the function above. So 2 times 0 plus 2 times 0 equals 0. 2 times 0 plus 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 times 3 plus 2 times 2 equals 10. And 2 times 4 plus 2 times 0 equals 8. So 3, 2 is what we would use to maximize our profit. So that's my answer. And I would say 3, 2 maximizes my profit.